everybody, it is me back and ready to do a little bit of something different. We're gonna be doing a tier list, and this is one of the longest tier lists I've ever done before. And just look at the amount. It can't even render in. There's so many. So yeah, there's a lot. So we're definitely not gonna be getting this all done in one episode, and also we're not gonna be doing all of these games, or else this would take a while, and I've also not played all of these games, uh, or heard things about all these games. I have definitely have not played like nearly half of these games. Uh, there's a ton. So obviously this is a Nintendo game tier list, and it's just row upon row upon row. So I think the first thing we should do is customize our tiers. I don't really know what to put. I'll just put amazing, only good, solid, meh, and get in the bin. And we can delete the F tier. Alright, so it looks like we got, it's kind of out of order. You'd think like the Mario games would come first, but no, it's the spin-offs that come first, which I just think is strange, but, you know, it's cool, I guess. And we're also not going to be doing the remix of these games, because I can already see there's like, they have the advanced series and everything, and don't want to do that. So, Paper Mario, the original, this was, pretty groundbreaking, not groundbreaking, it was a nice, refreshment to the Mario series. It was different. I'm not going to spend too much time on each one, so just to get that out of the way, so I'm not going to give a very in-depth look. Put it in, yeah, solid. It's still a 64 game. I have a problem with 64 games, just the way they look. I didn't grow up with the games, so they just looking back on them, the way that they looked, I just can't get around how ugly it was. I think I'll go to, like, maybe the beginning of the Zelda games, maybe the end of the Zelda games, the beginning of somewhere around here. I'll get done with these first. So the 1,000-Year Door, this one is going into really good. This is considered by most of the best of the Paper Mario series. It had really good story elements. This is another one I haven't played, but I've heard good things about it, and I've watched a couple of videos about it. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Oh, sorry. Super Paper Mario. This one was pretty meh for most people, so I'm gonna put it in meh. We got Sticker Star. Everyone hated this one. It's Color Splash. Another meh. These three are meh. This one's terrible. Origami King. I hate the battles in this game. I played on this at Walmart. Like, they have those little stands up in the Switch section. And I played it, and I hated how the battles felt. It just, I don't like the puzzle aspect of it. It felt a lot more RPG-like in the other games. Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. I'm not gonna rank the Mario and Luigi ones because I haven't played most of them. Most of those games are unfamiliar to me. They all seem to blend together, like Superstar Saga, Partners in Time. Yeah, these all, like, I've never played or heard or wanted to know anything, or just, yeah, just don't really know. But Super Mario 64, this is going in godsend. This was completely groundbreaking at the time. It was a launch title for the 64, and it was really the first time we got to see what true open world 3D environments would look like. and it still kind of holds up to this day. I played it again with the Super Mario 3D All-Stars, and it felt like the controls were not as solid as I remember, and the camera. Everyone knocks on this game for the camera, and I have to agree with them. The camera is pretty much cancer. It's bad. Super Mario RPG. Not good. I don't really know too much about it, but I've heard people saying it's good. I'll put it in solid. Mario Paint. I'm just gonna skip that. Mario and Rabbids. Gonna skip that. Dr. Mario X. It's, yeah. That's what I thought. Can't really say too much about it. It's Dr. Okay, this is the same exact thing. Why do they have two of the same things? Tetris and Dr. Mario as a package. I haven't heard about that, but that is really cool. Two puzzle games that are really liked combined, like into one game. That's pretty good. And there's a bunch of these Dr. Marios that I just don't even want to get into. Holy crap! There's so many more than I thought. There's another 2-in-1. Dr. Mario and Puzzle League. And whatever. Mario and Sonic, not gonna rank those. Mario Advanced Series, not gonna rank those. We might get done with more because there's a lot of just crap that I haven't played. Mario vs. Donkey Kong, not gonna rank those. What was that? Amiibo Challenge? Never played that or heard of that at all. Hotel Mario. I hope she's served up a nice lot of spaghetti. The CDI games were just always a treat. Like, not just Mario, but Donkey Kong, or not Donkey, Legend of Zelda, all of those games are always fun to look back on. I especially really love, the Game Grumps' playthrough of that. It's hilarious. Advanced Series, not gonna rank those. What's that? Okay, Japanese. Oh, Mario and Wario, okay. Mario teaches typing. Obviously, that's godsend. I'm just kidding. What is that? Fortune Tree? There's a ton of these games that I've never even heard before. Fortune Street. What is that? Whoever made this tier list, is either the most nerdy person I've ever heard of in my life, because he's heard of all of these obscure Mario games that no one's ever talked or heard about. Luigi's Mansion, really good. I've never played. I'm gonna put it in solid since I've never played it, but I've heard good things about it. And I have played Dark Moon, and it's meh. It's definitely worse than the first one. Luigi's Mansion 3 is probably on the same level as the first one, but I've never really gotten into the Luigi Mansion games. Not really, no. Donkey Kong Classic. See, I don't really want to rank those NES Classic ones, because obviously they're really good, but the problem with them is that they're so old. You can't really compare them at like Paper Mario: The 1,000-Year Door, or like, I don't know, random one, Mario Galaxy. like back then they're probably on the same level of enjoyment for you, but nowadays there's no way that you're gonna get the same amount of enjoyment from Donkey Kong in Super Mario Galaxy. It's just not gonna happen. So that's why I don't think it's fair to rank like that old of games. Like, obviously if it's like Super Mario and it's revolutionary, then I'm gonna rank it, but other than that, no. Super Mario Sunshine. This one is divisive among the community. It's one of the lesser talked about 3D Marios because it's kind of forgettable, but it is really good, and I can't put it lower than that. And it was another open worlder, and I really liked Isle Delfino, and it inspired the greatest Mario Kart track of all time, Coconut Mall. Let's see, Donkey Kong Country going in really good. Another really good game, obviously. It felt like a more realistic version of your typical Mario platformer, and I felt like the controls were a lot more solid than the typical Mario 2D. Donkey Kong Country 2 is better um, than Donkey Kong Country. I'm not gonna order them from left to right. Or else this list is gonna become so freaking confusing. Let's see. Donkey Kong Country 3. I've heard this is not as good as the other two, so I'm just gonna put it in solid. Could be wrong. A lot of these ones I'm not putting that much thought into because I don't have the time. Like, if I went in depth onto every single game on this list, it would take me at least 3 hours. I'm not even putting it under like an overstatement on that. I genuinely think that would take me 3 hours. Donkey Kong Land 2, yeah, I'm not gonna rank any of those. Donkey Kong Racing, Super Mario 64 DS, that's a remake. It is pretty different, but I'm still not gonna rank it because it is like at heart it is a remake. Okay, sorry about my voice cracks, guys. I just want to point that out because I know someone is gonna comment about it. Just try to ignore my voice cracks. Just try to. Donkey Kong 64. I've never played or heard or watched anything. You're gonna hear me say that a lot. Just, I've never heard or played or anything. Donkey Kong Jungle Beat. Yeah. Diddy Kong Racing. Donkey Kong Barrel Blast. Donkey Kong Country Returns. I have played this. And it was pretty meh. New Super Mario Bros. Shut up. New Super Mario Bros. That's gonna be going in the amazing category. No, I'm just kidding. I'll put it in solid. I think it's the weakest of the New Super Mario Bros. Series, and I gotta do some explaining on this one. A lot of people would say it's the best of the New Super Mario Bros. Series because it's the first and it wasn't stale back then. And I can agree with you partially there, but looking at it from as a series standpoint, it is the worst, with the worst graphics and the worst gameplay elements. And it's not old enough to be considered nostalgic or retro, so I can't put it higher for that, so it's kind of just gotta fall in the middle. Donkey Kong Country Returns Tropical Freeze. Okay, Donkey Kong Country Returns Tropical Freeze HD Deluxe. That's the name. This one's also meh. It's not better or worse than the first one. Moving on to Legend of Zelda games. I know a lot about these games, so I can rank these. Legend of Zelda, the first one, really good. It was revolutionary. The Adventure of Link is getting the bin. It was bad. Okay, I can't put a Zelda game and get in the bin. That's just rude. It's meh. It was meh. A Link to the Past is amazing. The controls were really solid, and that was my main issue with the first game, is that as you progress forward in the game, the controls began to feel limiting. But in that one, you can move diagonally. The controls were a lot more free, and for that, it's gotta go in amazing. And it was just 10 times better graphics. Link's Awakening has gotta go in meh. I'm not gonna. Yeah, Link's Awakening DX. No one cares. Is that Ocarina of Time? Yeah, just kidding. I know already some people were like going to the comments like, what did you just do? I obviously have to put it in Godsend. It is considered the greatest game of all time. I don't think it's the greatest. It's not my favorite game of all time, but I can definitely see it why other people think that, and it's definitely in Godsend. Majora's Mask, probably really good. No, solid. The game on by itself, without my personal opinions on it, is really good, but I hate being rushed, and that game makes me feel so stressed. It makes me feel so stressed out. Super Mario Galaxy, probably one of my favorite games of all time. It is truly, truly amazing, and it is just truly amazing. I don't know why some of these games are just thrown in with Zelda games. I don't really understand, but whatever. Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of Ages. I didn't really play these two at all, so I'm just gonna put them in meh. Actually, I'm not gonna rank them because I know nothing. These are like the most forgotten games of the series. Wind Waker. This has gotta be amazing. I love Wind Waker. It had good graphics for the time. I love the feel. I love the story. It is amazing. It is probably my personal favorite Zelda game. But then you're like, why isn't it amazing? Because, okay, let's see. First, let's see if they have it. Yeah, Wind Waker HD is just amazing. The graphics got an amazing boost, and it became it looked like it was a new game. Like it didn't look like it was a port. It was a remaster, and the camera elements. It felt like such a fun, refreshing break, and it's gotta be in my Godsend tier. Four Swords, right? That's Four Swords, right? Minish Cap. It just goes to show you how forgettable that game was, so I'm not gonna rank it. Four Swords, also forgettable. A lot of these games were very forgettable, just probably because they're on console. Really, they put Twilight Princess from the GameCube and Twilight Princess from the Wii. Wait, did they put Twilight Princess for the Wii U too? Oh my god, they have 3 iterations of Twilight Princess. I'm just gonna rank the remaster because it's remaster. It's kind of like, it's another really not forgotten, but lesser talked about 3D Zelda games, and it's decent. And not really. Coming off the back of the Wind Waker, it felt really dark. And I personally like the lighthearted Wind Waker style more. That's just me. Phantom Hourglass, Spirit Tracks, nah. Skyward Sword, amazing. I really like Skyward Sword. I like the graphics. If you can tell, I really like the cartoonish style graphics. I liked how it was basically like the prequel for like the entire Zelda timeline. And I really enjoyed it. I can understand how the controls were kind of wonky, but I can't wait for the remaster on Switch to come out later this year, because that's been announced, and I'm sure the controls are going to get a much needed reworking, and hopefully then it'll be like really good. New Super Mario Bros. Re. This is probably my favorite of the new Super Mario's, so it's got to go in really good. It was the first one to incorporate co-op. It felt like a much more grand game. What's the word? I don't know. It had better graphics, obviously. Everything felt more crisp. It felt like a modern remake of like the old 2D games. New Super Mario Bros. Kind of did that, but the graphics were limiting on the DS. It didn't feel like too much of a modern remake. That's just me, though. Original Mario Bros. I have to put it in amazing. You can't not. It's just like, if you don't, you're just You're tripping. It was amazing. It probably is the reason that we still have video games today. Check out the video game Crash from 1983 if you want to know more. But it really was the renaissance that brought us into a new era of video games with more quality over quantity. A Link Between Worlds was solid. It was probably the most fleshed out of the handheld Zelda games, in my opinion. Triforce Heroes was such a stupid game. I hate the fact I don't count it as a Zelda game. I hate the fact that it is called a Zelda game. I don't like it at all as a Zelda game. Okay, Ocarina of Time 3D, Majora's Mask 3D, Hyrule Warriors. I'm gonna put it in solid. I like the hack and slash games more than I should, more than most people, I guess. And it was fun. It was fun. Nice break. Really. Okay, now this is just funny. They put the Europe. They put the Europe Breath of the Wild and the standard Breath of the Wild as two different slots. They're literally the same game except for the box art. Seriously? Okay, that's funny. That's funny. I'm gonna put the standard one, obviously, in Godsend. Super Mario Galaxy 2, that's also... It's borderline amazing, borderline Godsend. Like, if there was a tier in between them, I would put it there. Because it was a much harder game, and it lacked some of the story elements that Galaxy had. The first one did. But the level design was way funner. I think for that I'm gonna put it in Godsend. Like, some of the level designs were super creative and really cool. But they have Hyrule Warriors on the 3DS and Hyrule Warriors on the Switch. Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity is better, and I like how it's like the prequel for Breath of the Wild. It showed the part that we only got to see in the cutscene, like the retelling of the story, like from like the memories. You don't actually get to play in it, but that one you do, and it's cool. What is this? Oh, these the CDI games. Okay, Link's Awakening remake. I liked the art style. I like how cartoony it looks, but it is still Link's Awakening, which was a very meh game. Yes, the CDI games, the Faces of Evil, and the Wand of Gamelon. Okay. Okay, these games are hysterical. I don't care what you say. They're going in amazing, just cause the games themselves were complete trash piles. But just how stupid it was, just made it super funny. And you kissed him? Good. There's just so many random stupid little things that just are super funny. And Zelda's Adventure. This one was just a trash heap. There wasn't any funny moments in that one. That one was just a trash heap. And I think that's gonna do it. We're on to the Pokemon games. I think I'll stop there. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching part 1. I'll be sure to make part 2 real quickly, so that way it won't be stalled or whatever. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later.